takes a few. Hey, look at that! It's Colin, Quinn, and Jim Florentine.
What's happening, guys?
Hi, gentlemen. Sit down. We were just talking about women and their hygiene.
Why can't we sit in Opie's chair?
Because Daniel is saying, why can't we sit in Opie's chair?
You want to touch the buttons?
You want to sit there? Like,
I want to play with the buttons.
Go into the Oval Office and sit in the president's seat? Is that what you want to do?
It is weird, but Opie not sitting in that chair.
Yeah. Young Daniel is there to
it's weird not having a guy. It's weird not having a guy sniveling next to me and picking his nose with his napkin like Jim Norton.
Jim Norton twitching.
Yeah.
Maybe Colin can help.
And then silly sucking up some kind of.
Oh, poor Jimmy. We love the little guy.
I don't like the fact that he's in L.A. actually thinking in some little secret part of his head that, hey, you know what? I'm making it.
I know, he's in the London out there, beautiful hotel right on the Sunset Strip.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
Better hotel.
Huh?
He's in Beverly Hills now.
Whoa.
Really? He's not even in the London.
Better hotel.
Because the London's amazing.
Yeah, better one.
Wow.
But I just don't like the fact that he doesn't look at it the way, like I look at it through all my years of success. Because this is not fixing anything.
It's not the be-all, end-all.
He's pretending that he's going to be happy because he's out there doing Leno today.
Well, he
Instead
told
just
me.
admitting, wow, go ahead.
He had told me that he knows Cherry Darts is today and Opie's out and, just leaving me here adrift.
Right.
But
Well, I didn't ask about his fake martyrdom. I asked.
Well, he did say to me that he doesn't want to miss a spot on Leno because he feels somebody else will have to take a spot, and if he's good, then they'll never call him back again. So little insecure Jimmy.
And if they never call him back again, how does doing great there or doing terrible affect anyone's career? Just interested. It's not 1990 and the Tonight Show at 11, is it?
You don't think doing well?
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't launch careers or?
Yeah, look, Jay's called him over the couch a few times, and
no launch.
And me and him are playing the same clubs.
What he should do is refuse to go over. When Jay goes, come on over. No.
No, I'm done. I gotta go. Just wave back through the curtain. Poor little feller. But he's not in. But thank God you guys are here because Cherry Darts is today.
Yeah, what do you guys talking about women's hygiene for?
We were just talking about, I don't know, we got into it. Some women just, a little bad.
Somehow it went from guys coming first.
Yeah, when you take care of a girl, you got to, for the guy, it's a little more of an effort because you got to make sure she's taken care. Take care! I got to take care of her. I don't care. I come, get on the floor, bitch. I let you sleep on the floor next to the bed. What's the matter with you? Thank you, good night.
What does he have that one about? The girl's like, do you want to? How come you don't look at me when we're having sex? Your face, your ass. What's the difference?
What's the difference? Just get it done.
And then he used to end the whole show back in the late 80s. Everybody working him like in Rascals and stuff. He would end the whole show after that show with, I believe the children are the future. And he'd sing along.
Are you kidding?
Really?
What a fucking lunatic. I believe the children are our future. Treat them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the future they possess inside. Give them a sense of fucking pride, you pricks.
I swear to God, that was his closer for a long time.
Oh, shit. What an ass. What do you think? Is Kevin Meaney closing with music?
And the club owners
For 10 years?
If the other comedian's like, they go, shut up.
Shut up. You let Dice be Dice. And as another comic, you must just be standing there going, what the fuck? Just looking at your watch like, this is great. I'm down to fucking 30 seconds.
And of course the crowd would be like, yeah.
Yeah! Do the poems! Okay, we get it. Hickory dickory, you finish. It was nothing worse than when the audience just knew the whole schmear
Well, I remember me
and just
and Chris
started
Rock,
reciting it.
We were going out to some gig. This is how bad it was.
How about the mic there, Colin?
It was Saturday night. How about the mic?
He wants to sit in Opie's seat.
Yeah, I know. And then you use the mic.
Because Daniel turned my mic off. Messing with the control. But one time, me and Chris Rock, it was such a bad Saturday night, like 1989. I was on my way to a shitty gig in Long Island, and he had no gig. He just came on for the ride with me.
Oh, shit.
And we pull up, and we're like, there's a traffic jam by Nassau Coliseum. Just like, it's like a concert. People are selling T-shirts, like like a rock concert.
Oh.
T-shirt, people in the street, everything. We're like, wow, who's playing here? Jesus Christ, we're trying to get to the next exit. And it was Dice. And we're like, look at this. And I was within the shadow of it for like 80 people. Something
that must make you feel great. And Chris Rock's just driving with you.
Chris Rock's just driving with me like, wow, this Dice is selling out. We're looking at the T-shirts. We couldn't believe it. It was the first time anybody was like,
how much of the merch came in tonight? You know, it's just fucking merch cash just pouring on top of Dice. This is fantastic. God damn. Yeah. Well, I guess that's how we got into talking about women's hygiene.
Yeah, what happened?
What do I know? I don't know. But now that you guys are here, we could discuss other things.
Let's discuss the real shit that goes on.
Yes.
People are afraid to. Cameron and Kate in battle over blondes over A-Rod.
It seems A-Rod it was causing quite a rift between these two.
But he
What a
won't
problem.
let Cameron come to the Yankee games now, I guess, because Kate Hudson did it last year, but he doesn't want it there. Because she hasn't been spotted at an actual game like Kate Hudson was.
He is the same as every other guy. Just like, all right, look, don't come to my job. I don't want you there. What are you doing?
Right.
All right. Maybe
I'm not having fun.
the first few times, but then it just becomes a thing, and you got to go, look.
It's just like a comedian when they first start dating a girl. They always bring them. The girls are excited. Oh, I want to come to your show. And by the third time, like, I'm going to stay in a hotel. And meanwhile, they're in, like, fucking Des Moines, Iowa. There's nothing going on. I'm just going to watch TV.
I'm bored. Well, yeah, could you just stay home?
But Kate Hudson used to bring – it started with just her, then it was Goldie Hawn, then it was Kurt Russell. He's like,
family.
I'm not trying to fuck the family here.
Right. And you know that's what he's just trying to do is just fuck her. It's not a relationship thing. All right, you get it. And then, I don't know, Cameron, I kind of think Cameron Diaz is a little better than Kate Hudson, even though she's getting a little longer in the tooth. But now, why the hell are we just gossiping little Gerties about that story? I thought you wanted to talk about maybe Arizona.
I was joking when I said it, but then once you guys get into it, I was like, oh, we're a couple of fruits.
Like a little quilting bee, Colin.
I had a friend of mine, she told me that she was at a gym down in Miami, and A-Rod was his business manager. He goes to the posse to work out.
Oh,
he
really?
goes to his business manager. Do checks expire? And the guy goes, what do you mean? He goes, do they expire? I have a check from Jeter for $450,000 from like 6 years ago. Does that expire?
Really?
Imagine having a check for $450,000 and you forgot.
You had it. From Jeter?
Yeah, well,
that was all about.
We went on something together.
Yeah?
Like a private jet or something.
Oh. Yeah.
So I get the inside dope.
Yeah, well,
Those Miami gems, that's where it all goes on.
Jeter's pretty scandal-free, so I didn't think it was for steroids.
How does he pull that
not
off?
scandal-free. Exactly.
How does he pull that off where it's not?
He's been in the public eye in New York right on top for years, and this guy is untouchable.
It's been a rite of passage where every girl apparently has to fuck him to make them to be part of New York. Everybody
to be part of New York?
He's banged them all.
Yeah, but that's not a scandal.
It's
that's
not a scandal.
He's a single guy fucking, not like he's married.
What I'm trying to say is that I'm sick and tired of A-Rod screwed around with one stripper and everybody hates him for life. Jeter fucked them all. And everyone's like, Jeter.
But is he's not fucking celebrities, is he? Like,
he's got a,
Jeter!
Yeah, but like models.
He fucked every celebrity who's worked wild in the last 10 years. Remember? In the 80s. I'm just talking about like in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel.
He's been through them?
He's been through. Let's go down the list.
Then where were the scandal sheets?
Let's get the list of Jeter girls. Everybody.
Jeter girls.
Just name any girl.
But why is not like one crazy one come out and say he molested me in the bathroom and I ran out of his penthouse apartment?
They never talk.
That's why A-Rod hates him, because they're similar, yet for some reason Jeter has been blessed by God where everybody loves him, and A-Rod has been cursed by God where everybody hates him.
Not a big Jeter fan? What's the matter with
you?
No,
I love Jeter, but I'm just saying, let's be honest.
But I'm being honest by saying he's never in the paper with some chick that goes like...
He banged them all.
Banged them all. What is it? Is this Jeter girls? All right, let's see what we got. Go back. We got Mariah Carey.
That's right.
All right, he banged her. We got Laura, what's her name, Duty?
Laura
Duddits.
What the hell's that?
I don't know. See?
Miss Universe winner from India.
All right, from India. Well, okay. She just fixed his computer. Jordana Brewster. See, all right.
Jordana Brewster, big star from the movie,
I have never heard of
Fast
her.
and the Furious.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what the hell is
Oh,
that?
no, pop-up. Fucking pop-up
Danny's
ad.
screwing up.
There we go.
All right. Who else?
Danny's got pop-ups.
Oh, my God.
Wowie.
Adriana, wait, is that the Victoria's Secret?
It's only begun.
The hottest Vicky's Secret
It's only
model
begun.
that
Wait till you
there
see
ever
this
was.
list. This is absurd.
And these are all girls that he's been through.
But this is nothing. This is nothing. In
All
life.
right, continue. Vanessa Manillo? Manillo?
Yeah. She was
All
the
right,
MTV host.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Jessica Alba.
Yep.
That's a big score.
Yeah,
right
he
there.
had that
Okay,
one.
That's a big score.
Big kid in her prime.
They don't talk, though. Vita Guerra.
Guerra. Yeah, that's Mars's lady.
Oh, yeah? You like her, Mars? Yeah, well, sorry. You're not the Puerto Rican she was looking for. You're not the brown-skinned man she wanted.
No, Gina's half Irish, half black, I think.
Yeah. So he
Go
looks
ahead,
Puerto Rican.
look. You're right.
Jessica Biel. How do you score an Alba and a Biel?
Excuse me.
It's amazing.
It goes on.
It goes on. You've really studied this.
No, I just one day I noticed. I go, "What's with this Jeter? How come A-Rod?" It was the day A-Rod got caught with one stripper in Toronto.
Right. Yeah,
Which
yeah.
any
They
of
made a
us
big
could do.
deal- made a
And
big
they were
deal
like,
about it.
A-Rod, what a bastard. And Jeter's like with 6 girls.
Maybe because
like,
he's
"Hi,
with
guys."
royalty. Maybe he's with fucking Hollywood and modeling royalty.
And he's not married.
Jeter's fucking banging some stripper in a Canadian
There's
stripper.
a lot of reasons for it, but it is sad that even on the field it happens. Jeter's just blessed with a slight thing where people love Jeter and
He should
people
just
hate A-Rod.
He just run in front of A-Rod every time he makes a play and just take away A-Rod's play all the time.
Yeah, and then go when A-Rod makes a play, she just applaud like, "Good for you, man."
Give him a little tussle on top of his hat. Just make him feel totally.
See, that's like if Tiger Woods would have just banged celebrities, none of that shit would have got out. He's banging these little girls that are looking for 15 minutes of fame.
Perkins waitresses. Perkins waitress. Who's this?
That's the one he's dating seriously that he might getting. Like,
Minka Kelly.
yeah, this
Kelly.
is the one he's been with a couple of years.
And-
There's more on this list.
And who the fuck is
ScarJo. What about Scarlett Johansson? Who's that?
Nah, it's over. That slideshow.
Well, supposedly he had that Rachel one too, that Tiger Woods, the first
Rachel
girl that came
really?
out. That one was hot. Yeah.
Damn. I just think because
She was a real spitfire.
it's I think it's because it's royalty. And they don't talk. They don't fucking talk about, oh, wow, he smacks me in the face. He likes fucking getting fucking pinky up his ass or something. You never hear anything about Jeter's sexual exploits. But then you hear A-Rod with the stripper. You knew what he was in the club. She's sitting on his lap. He's squeezing her tits. You know, whatever's happening.
Well, yeah, you act like that's wild. She's sitting on his lap, he's squeezing her tits. What is it?
I understand.
I'm
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying, yeah, I mean, he should get away with it
Sitting
as
on
much
his
as
lap.
Jeter does, I guess. But there is a reason that no one is able to dig up dirt and Jeter isn't all over scandal sheets. So
And
it's
I'll
nice
tell you, the
charity
reason
stuff.
is not because of the girls or anything. The reason is because there's just that slight thing that made Jeter likable, that makes A-Rod unlikable, and it's affected their whole lives, even though they have these similar careers.
Well, Jeter always had, or A-Rod always had that thing hanging over his head about making so much goddamn money and not having the ring, and Jeter has always been a guy that could perform on the field and
always
off
clutch.
the field.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clutch.
So yeah, A-Rod took a lot of shit for that, but then for to have it boil over into, you know, all right, he's fucking a stripper and this one's fucking everyone in Hollywood. I don't know. I don't see him in the scandal sheets, as they call them back in the 40s. I like using 40s vernacular. Scandal sheets. Buy those photos back from him. I want her treated with respect.
That's right. I got a marijuana bust. You want to come remember?
Yes. Marijuana. He's a marijuana addict.
I like Confidential.
Oh, that's great.
Do you recognize me?
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Because you think I get a part on Badge of Honor? Sure.
Sure.
What a great movie.
I liked, what was that movie with Ben Affleck where he played Superman? He played the actor that played Superman.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
I saw it, but I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
When they're
yeah.
all playing the guitar. And...
Yeah, that part was bullshit. But there was a lot of fun kind of old 50s shit with the reporter that had pictures and shit like that. And
it was like it was so dirty because it was all forbidden.
Yeah. And also The Aviator had a scandal going on between Spencer Tracy and what's her face that he was banging. Yeah. And the reporter comes over and he's like, you know, I got these pictures. I'm going to post these. And Spencer Tracy was married at the time, and he offered him money. Well, offered the reporter money for the pictures, and then threatened him. Hey, he took the money. But it was a good one of those good old film noir scenes where they meet on a bridge with the brims of their fucking fedoras down. What do you got for me? What do you got?
But wouldn't the studio take care of that shit in those days?
You would think so. I don't know. Scandal sheet. The scandal sheet. It seems they were fucking everybody, but it never really came out.
I think we should do a short film here.
Here comes Clark Gable walking down the red carpet. Who is he with? Who's on his arm?
Let's do a short film of Scandal Sheet, Hollywoodland.
Yes, Hollywoodland.
Let's do one.
Yeah?
With Norton as the,
Norton as the what?
We'll blackmail Norton with pictures of him having missionary-style sex with an old human being.
Yeah. How come there's no scandals about Norton coming out like LT with 16-year-old prostitutes? And
Yeah.
Girls coming in a room and pimps. Guy's been getting away. He's New York royalty, Norton.
Jimmy is New York hooker royalty.
He really is. And there's never been one.
No scandal. He's he's
he
a known
admits
guy.
it before anybody knows.
He does. He's never tried to keep a secret about his fetishes and what he does with these women for hire. And LT, that situation. It started out. He raped a 16-year-old and beat the fuck out of her.
Right.
That was the first inkling we got of the story. Then it turned into, all right, the pimp beat her up, but he fucked her and paid money. And then it turned out he didn't fuck her. He jerked off in front of her and paid her money, and now he's not going to get nailed for statutory rape. But, I don't know. You're LT. You pay $300 to this girl. You don't know her age, and you don't fuck her? A little fishy to me.
Yeah.
I think he banged her. And the original story was he did. There was a condom in the fucking.
Yeah, supposedly there's still.
garbage or
Yeah,
something.
there is one. So they'll do DNA testing on that, see if he did or not.
A lot of guys jerk off
giant
with a condom.
filled
I
with
know.
Oh, that fucking one of those goddamn, what do they call them? Magnums. Just a magnum full like a fucking smoothie dumped in a magnum.
They had two cops that carry it out.
Yeah, they put it in a body bag and wheeled it out into an ambulance. But yeah, that was a tricky little situation for him. A 16-year-old? Ooh, watch out.
Well, what do you do at that point? Because he comes in, he goes, how old are you? She goes, I'm 19. Really? You're 19? Okay.
Yeah.
Now at this point, what are you going to do?
Do you have proof of identification? I need 2 forms and a major credit card.
Like in Raging Bull. Can you prove that you're 19? She's 19. Remember, he kisses her?
Yeah. She's 19.
Then he shows the cops coming. Wake up, Jake. He's like, does that look 18? You know, come on, Jake, let's go.
Bring it over. Yeah, LT. Oh, well. And then, what else is going on? Oh, there's this, I guess the president was in Buffalo. Where did he go? He was doing one of those fucking photo ops. This guy cuts the goddamn budget for anti-terrorism in New York by over 25%.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing, yeah, because nothing's happening in New York. And then he comes for a fucking fundraiser. He comes to the East Coast for a goddamn fundraiser to raise money for Democrats for this disaster of an election they're going to have in November. So he was up in Buffalo, and some fucking cougar comes up to him and actually said, what was her line? You're a hottie with a smoking little body. To the president, right to his face. And she gave him a hug, and then she's like, oh, I'm a little worried what the first lady's going to think. And there she is, just some Buffalo Betty, some fucking big-ass cougar, thinking she's going to, and then she said, eat your heart out, Michelle. Like one of her pals are watching, and she's there virtually sucking the president's dick. Instead of really sucking it like we had with Clinton.
Right.
Those were the good old days. But just the fact that she's some cougar. Like if the president was able to go out and maybe do a little banging. I know Clinton liked him a little chubby, but at least she was 22.
Right.
This 44-year-old Buffalo fucking hose bag that's in a wing place just happened to be in a wing joint when the president walks in. Tells him, you're a hottie with a smoking little body. It's not even a good line.
No, there's always those women out there. Like she thinks like, oh, he might go. Look what I said to him. Maybe.
Yeah.
I have this comedian friend of mine, Joe Howard from Cleveland, who's married. He's been faithful to his wife for like 15 years. And after the show, we're signing shit. These stupid girls come up, go, you know, we asked you to go drinking with us too, but you're married. He's like, my wife is way hotter than you. Look at a picture of her and look at you. I wasn't even thinking about going out. You know, and they're like, what do you mean by that? You know, just trying to throw it out like you can't have any because you're married. It's like, I don't want to fuck you anyway.
Wow, that's a good comeback, though, because...
He just pulls the wife out. She's smoking hot. Here, look, this is my wife, and look at you.
Although, realistically, it never matters if the girl is hotter than who you're with.
No, it definitely.
You will fuck a pig.
You never get one hotter than your wife anyway.
I guess,
yeah, married.
One thing about this guy, Joe Howard, I guess he's not worried about repeat business. Girls innocently joking, drunkenly, their big night out in Cleveland. Hey, you can't come. Fuck you, you pig. Here's my wife. What a fucking
empty seats next to him.
He sounds like a real fucking charmer, this guy.
Well, he's only a feature, so he doesn't have to worry about drawing right now. He can still piss him off.
Guys will, though. It doesn't matter. You know, hot wife or girlfriend. It's just all about the new. We talked about the new the other day and with Bobby, because Bobby's in here, and Bob Kelly is a happily married man. He just discusses how happy he is, and there's a guy that had to go to 4 years of therapy to stop fucking anything that moved, aside from who he was in a relationship with. So he's now happily married. And I said, do you want to fuck other girls and stuff like that? He's like, yeah, but I don't think about that. I don't do it. It's like, you got to think about it.
And he had to come clean with every one of them. I remember when he went through it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, supposedly that's what Tiger Woods didn't tell about the neighbor, the 21-year-old.
Yeah, he kept that one.
He only left that one out.
Yeah, that was the
that was the smartest move he could have made to leave that one out. He got fucked in the long run. To have said it would have been even. If he had said it, he still would have got screwed. And people would have, what are you, a fucking idiot?
Right. He was just hoping that one wouldn't talk, but she did, and that was the...
wasn't it the babysitter or something?
Yeah, they knew it since she was 14.
And do you think he was going to, like, leave it so that he'd call her up and go, you're the only one I didn't mention?
Yeah.
Probably in his head he had some idea.
Don't say a word
about
this.
I'll be by because she's right there.
I fucked him. Oh, shit. That's the straw.
The wife goes up to the husband, honey, she just told me something. We've got to sit down and talk.
I'm leaving. Goodbye. My neck hurts. I got to go.
Fuming mad and thinking of dollar signs at the same time.
Yeah.
Especially when you know them when they're 14, even though you got them when they're 19 or 20.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
It's awful.
There is some kind of a weird stigma to that whole thing. I went out with a girl back in the old high school days, and she had a little sister. She grew up. I broke up with the girl, but then maybe a couple of years later started seeing the younger sister. And, man, was that older sister pissed off.
Oh, of course.
Oh, was she pissed off because she knew everything I was doing to the sister.
Right, yeah.
She knew. She was able to vividly picture it in her head, everything I was doing. And, oh, was she pissed. Yeah, really mad. Wound up ratting me out to the father and everything. It was just an ugly scene. She came home all fucking drunk off her ass one night. She was legal, but illegal to drink.
Right.
And that never stopped me.
What bit of description was that? She was legal, but illegal to drink.
Illegal to drink. Legal to fuck. Illegal to drink. You know, with the age of consent in New York being 17 years of age. So she was like, go to the liquor store and get me a bottle of 151. I'm like, 151. But you know what? I'm looking, just going, yeah, 151.
He's going to get hammered a lot quicker.
And she's just swigging off this bottle. And it turned like that. She went from being like, wow, this is really cool, to just gone drunk. And then I realized, like, wow, she's got to be home. And she's fucking a good 12 hours from even being reasonable to walk in a door.
Like Animal House, you dropped her off in front of the house in a shopping cart.
I wish I had, because when I knocked on that door, I was like, all right, the door opens up. I'm kind of propping her up, and who answers the door? The fucking sister, the oldest sister. So she's just shaking her head. No, she's just looking at me with the shaking the head fucking thing, and grabs the sister and just staggers up the stairs and shuts the door in my face. So I drive home, and now it's like 3 in the morning, and the fucking phone rings. It's that old school, bring, ding, that just fucking, it just echoes through the house.
Right.
And I'm looking at it like there's no answering machine, there's no go to voicemail. This thing can ring for hours with whoever's on the other end. And picked it up, and it was the father. And the father was a doctor. And he's like, what did you give her? What did you give her? And I'm like, nothing, we just had some Cokes. We just had some Coca-Colas.
Oh.
And he was like threatening that she's.
Now, how old were you at the time?
I was, I guess, 22.
All right.
And she was 17. And yeah, well,
Right.
the Colonel. I was thinking of the Colonel. Take her out. Get her out of here. Colonel and Boogie Nights. Is she okay? She's nose bleeding.
I was to.
They're so cute at that age. The Colonel.
Jack, you
What
have
a
to
creep.
understand.
What a creep the Colonel
Oh, the
was.
Colonel was a ghoul.
I know.
Jack, you have to understand. The Colonel's. But one time I took this girl out who was underage, and I was like 19. I didn't even have a driver's license, but the father goes, take my car. Like, he thought I had a license, but I
great.
didn't.
Because he
And
wanted
on
all
the
the
way
DNA
back,
samples.
Like 3 in the morning, we come back to our house. She lives in Staten Island, and then I'm pulling into the driveway, like, real quiet. She's wasted, just drunk, like, yeah. And I'm pulling in real quiet, and I'm a little drunk, too. And I just start driving, and suddenly they had, like, a little fence. It was Tottenville, which is a nice neighborhood. And I didn't know how to drive. I was 19. I didn't have a license. I'm from Brooklyn, so I'm just driving. And I'm just running over the fence, but I can't stop. You just hear it go. And all the lights go on, and I'm still like. And they made me. Not only did they take her in, because in Tottenville at that time, the train doesn't open until 6 a.m.
Right.
Freezing cold. It's like fucking middle of winter. I had to sleep on the train platform for like 3 hours. That's how much they hated me. He goes, you go to the fucking train. I had to walk to the train station and sleep on the train platform.
Ravage his drunken daughter. Fuck the car.
I didn't.
I would too.
I didn't ravage it. I didn't even get a chance to, because we're back at the house and quietly going in, and I just took the whole fence down, but like really quietly, like piece by piece.
That always sucked, like when you had to bring the girl home at the end of the night. You wouldn't park in front of the parents' house, because then you can't fool around the car.
Yeah.
So you have to make that move. Let's just park here for a minute. And they're like, why? You're 3 houses down.
In some Long Island cul-de-sac.
I know, yeah.
Just fucking making out in the side by the woods.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's just pull over here, because you know what the parents get. Yeah, it's always a weird move.
They see the headlights come through the window.
Yeah, and
That
they're
weird
waiting.
Fucking Close Encounters looking lights are coming through your fucking window. Then you can't finish the deal. Yeah.
I messed up wrecked 2 of my friends' cars. One I got impounded. Another one,
Jesus
I was
Christ,
with a girl in
great driving there,
Smithtown, of all places.
Oh, Smithtown, yes, out
And
by the
so
pool.
I'm there with the father, and like you did, the lights, we're like a door, we're like maybe a house down, but,
Right.
Smithtown, but Smithtown, they don't fucking play games.
No.
This guy comes out in his fucking t-shirt, Italian. He's got a fucking bat. Suddenly
And you're in
I'm
the
looking
car
at
making out with the girl?
I hear boom. And I'm like, boom! He's fucking nailing the sides of the car. He didn't hit the windows because his doors didn't.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck, man? Boom, boom. She's like, oh, my father's fucking asshole. She jumps out of the car. She's fucking trying to drive away.
You motherfucker, and his wife Peter, as you peel out.
I had to admire him in some ways. He didn't come out and even discuss anything. He had never talked to me before. He didn't know who the fuck I
Holy
was.
shit.
I was in the car with his daughter, and he came out with that fucking bat in the t-shirt, not a white beater, but that old school.
Yeah.
You could always tell
Whoa,
if there's like
fucking-
16 burnout marks in front of a house. You gotta watch your fucking ass, because people are leaving here in a hurry. Holy shit, man!
I should have known that.
You should have looked. You left number 17.
Because if you pull up right in front of the house, there's no way you're getting blown in the car.
Right, yeah.
Because there's no
That
way
ain't
she's
happening.
going down in front of the house.
That
Yeah,
is
the
not-
So it's going to be a quick kiss, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And you can't pull up there and then make out for a little bit. Go, let's go down the street, because the parents are looking.
They know when that you're pulling up. They know.
right.
There was
They know
a
when
set
you-
time. There's all kinds of bullshit. Now you fucking go out. A girl will suck your dick and fucking go home to her own apartment. She's fucking 17.
Yeah.
It doesn't even fucking matter. Back then, though, the parents were like,
Well, this,
they
they,
really
I
did
almost
some-
admire the guy, because there was no, he wasn't even a question
just
like,
started
listen,
hitting
you
the
son of a bitch, you with my daughter, I'm going to hit you with this bat. He just came outside.
Wow.
Boom! Boom! Just started
He just
fucking
had.
nailing it.
There's all different colored paint on the back. There's fucking Ford logos and fucking Camaros spelled across the. His fucking asshole boyfriend bat. the oldest sister of the girl that I went out with, when I was going out with her, and this just goes to show you how scummy you are as a guy at that age, because I think I was like, I'd be 17 at the time, still kind of trying to get through high school, and going out with her, and I had this big four-wheel drive pickup truck, and we used to drive into the woods with this thing, and do our business there. And
so you make it sound so erotic. Do our business.
Oh, that's all
in
it
a
was.
truck in the woods.
That's all it was. It was one of those stupid fucking songs, one of those Bob Seger songs.
Sounds like you
went into the woods and took off our pants. Sounds like Springsteen, but fucking, what are you going to do? So we'd go into the woods, and we'd have to go to the liquor store and get a big bottle of wine for her, and she would chug the wine down, I guess, to work up the bravery to take her clothes off or some shit. And it was like
a gang rape, or are you talking about some relationship?
Just me and her.
Oh, sorry.
And she gets out of the truck and just starts vomiting, just projectile vomiting red wine. And you know what? Didn't stop me.
No, you can't.
Didn't stop me. She came back in, and the whole cab of the truck within seconds just reeked of vomit. And I still went in for a make-out. And yeah. Bobby Kelly's here. Hi, Bobby.
What's up, guys?
How you
What's going on, man?
Yeah, it just didn't stop, because something like that at that age, you put in some heavy time to try to get some pussy back then.
Yeah, even if you just ordered a wine, that was like $8.
Yeah. What am I gonna do? Oh, she's throwing up. Let me drive her home and fucking wipe her mouth off and tuck her in and jerk off. Fuck that.
My cousin had a best friend. She was 14, and I was like 20, 21, and she was in love with me, this girl.
This is why you have to love Jim. He always takes it up and down.
Now we're talking. All right, now we're going into...
So... She was like, and you know what? And she looked, at 14, she looked good, but I'm like, I'm not going to go near that. But I'm like, you know what? She might fucking grow into a good prospect.
You've got someone on the farm team, right?
So I'd call her, send her a birthday card, call her every once in a while.
Keep you in mind.
It was a blue chipper in the minors. I didn't know if she was going to work out or not. I'd just call her in a blue, how you doing? Whatever, she'd write me a letter. Every birthday. 18, I was like 26, right in there.
Yeah, see?
Yep.
You put in some time.
I put like 5 cards and a few phone calls.
But wait a minute, weren't you worried
like
that her
Shawshank
parents were going
Redemption.
to look at you sending a 15-year-old a card like
No.
a serial killer?
I didn't care. I didn't even know the parents. They were like down in Florida or something. She had like a D cup at like 14. I'm like, this could grow. Yeah, this could definitely grow.
Could
and
be
it did.
nice. Yeah. Yeah, you got to do
right at 18, too.
Again, that's the same exact situation that happened. I noticed the sister. I was like, all right. Kind of looks like the other one, so when she gets a little older, I could just jump back to this one.
I used to have a 17-year-old. She had like 2 months before she turned 18, so I had her just eat my ass while I jerked off.
Where
I
were
think
you?
you could only get probation for
Were you
that.
in Massachusetts?
No.
New York?
I can't, don't.
No, I'm just saying.
No, because my wife will still have a timeline.
Oh.
Fucking out of your mind.
Because New York, 17's fine.
Oh, is it?
You just can't show
No,
them.
you just made it less fun.
The odd thing is, at 17 in New York, you can have sex with a girl.
Yeah.
You can't show her any type of pornography. You cannot show her a picture of a nude man or woman on a computer. You can't show videos of fucking. You can fuck the shit out of them.
You just can't videotape it and show her it.
You can't videotape them. You can't do anything. You can't show them nude pictures. Nothing. But then when they turn 18, then you can show them the porn and fuck them. How that has any logic?
Hey, man, that's censorship by the state.
You should be able to fuck them and show them porno. It is an odd thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, ask me any state. I'll give you an answer.
I did that one time. There was this girl in Pennsylvania. She was like 17. I didn't know the age, so I called up like the Pennsylvania police. I go, my friend, he's 29 and he met this 17-year-old. I'm really worried about him. What's the age of consent? And right away the guy's like, it's you. And I'm like, no, I swear it's not me.
It's you.
It was me.
So you're clicking on the phone.
I know. I'm like, no, I
What's going
swear.
on?
I'm worried about my friend.
There's a flying over here.
You know how many of these fucking calls we get?
I know. My friend. I'm worried about my friend.
It's everyone's friend. What was it, 18?
I hung up. I was scared. I thought they traced the call. I'm like, they're going to come to my house.
Sir,
I go, I didn't even do anything yet.
Sir, we get, you know how many of these fucking calls we get every day, you cocksucker?
I'm worried about
You're
my
like,
friend.
excuse me, this is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think's going on here.
But that was information like years ago. You couldn't just pop up the internet and look. You had to call the police.
I did have to call the police.
Who else are you going to, like, where else are you going to find that out? Age of consent for a fucking state back before the internet.
I love the fact the cops was going to ask you.
Right away.
It's you!
Right away. He heard my voice trembling. I was nervous to make the call to begin
That
with.
is great, man.
Like,
Holy
sir,
shit.
excuse me. First of all, that's slander.
Oh, it was another girl from Smithtown. Smithtown, Long Island.
Play games out there.
Yeah, they don't, because his father was so pissed off. And I met this girl at a place where my mother worked, because she was a bartender, and this guy used to come in, and I used to go there after work. I was a dirtbag kid, had just finished my tin knocking job, and I'd swig down a few beers with the rest of the people that would hang out. Hey, Rosie, get your son a beer. One of those fucking Long Island asshole bars. So I'd be drinking, and me and this guy, Frank, his name was, would talk. And he's like, yeah. So after a while, he's talking about his daughter and how she's going out with this asshole guy and shit like that. He goes, you know, you're a funny guy. I think you two would have fun together. I'm like, all right, no problem. So he invites her down to this bar. We have a couple of beverages. And then we go to this rock club that's right down the street. He goes, all right, have a good time and shit. We wound up hooking up, and it lasted like the whole summer of just fucking silly. And he progressively got more and more pissed at me, knowing that this was happening.
Right.
So she's ready to go up to college, Quinnipiac College up in Connecticut. So I was going to take a little road trip up there. And
take a poll.
Yes, the Quinnipiac poll.
We're going to go up there with the T-Birds.
Yeah. So I had let my mother know. I said,
Do
yeah,
a
I'm
little
going up to
tin
Quinnipiac.
knocking up there.
Of my own.
Tin knocking on the road.
I let her know that I was going up to the college. She works at the bar. And people are like, oh, where's Anthony? And she goes, oh, he went up to the college to visit this girl, Lisa. And then everyone in the bar knew and started razzing Frank, the father. Like, hey, so Anthony's up visiting your daughter. When I got back down, he calls me in for a father meeting, like in his house, in his study. It was one of those fucking scenes where you're like Arthur sitting in front of fucking the one he's supposed to marry, in front of her father, and he's sitting there just lambasting me. You're telling everybody that you're fucking my daughter? Is that what you're doing? and I wish I was like knowledgeable, because at the time I'm just a scared kid with this old horseshoe bald guy yelling at me. And he's just saying these horrific things. And then one thing that caught me, he just goes, well, listen to me, my fine feathered friend. It lost me right there. It's like, he called me fine feathered friend. And all I could think is, I don't have feathers. Why is he saying this to me? And I forgot everything he said. Nothing mattered. That was such a big turning point for me, where I all of a sudden didn't give a shit anymore. So thank you, Frank.
Did you fuck her again after that?
Oh, in the house.
Nice. And you tarred and feathered
In the
bitch.
fucking house while him and his wife were sleeping upstairs. Which is, because you hear everything. You hear every little creak. Picture an old colonial in Smithtown. Still,
I didn't know they had colonials.
Still settling. Well, you know, he put a dormer on it. You know, a mother-daughter. Goddamn Long Island. But you hear every creak.
I used to have the hottest chick ever. Younger. She shouldn't have been with me. I shouldn't have been with her. Actually, I was dating my wife now.
Forbidden love. Bob Kelly.
I was dating my wife now, and I actually dumped this when I first met my wife. I dumped my wife to date this girl. I literally called her and goes, look, I can't do this.
All right.
And everything was going great. She was
Bob.
fucking crying. Crying. I dumped my wife, who I love now and living. I dumped her in 2 seconds for this girl to be with this young girl. Oh, my God. I met her over. She was staying with this Italian guy that used to own a restaurant. I was my friend. She was staying with him because she had no place to go. She broke up with this another Italian guy. And I was over his house one night, and we're watching movies. And she put her hand under the blanket and started rubbing and she was probably the hottest chick I've ever been with. Started rubbing my hand like some love shit, like some romance novel shit.
Ooh.
I fell so hard, dude.
You were in love in a second.
It was like Prince in Apollonia. I was fucking...
You asshole.
I dumped my chick. I gotta go. Click.
Over the phone?
Yeah.
Great.
Look, I'm
He's
just
like,
being
I
honest
don't
with
even
you.
have time to come over.
If they had texts, you would have done that. Sell the house, sell the wife, sell the kids.
So, the only time this broad would fuck with me is over her parents' house. And we'd have to have like a little dinner, and then we'd watch TV with the parents, and then the parents would go upstairs. And I almost got to the point where I'm like, the parents are in on this. Because
they're pimping her out for some reason.
Because she would get on top of me and put it in, and I'm like,
were the parents there?
Upstairs, sleeping. No, not yet. I was sucking her mom's
then
dick.
they are in on it if you're fucking in front of them.
And she would like slowly push down. You know that seal when it's like dry, and then one cake. She would slowly do that, and then she would just slowly ride me, and I was like, we'd hear, and she'd jump off my cock.
Yeah.
And I'd have a pillow on my dick, and then we just keep doing it over and over and over again.
There were times you'd come home after a night with a lovely lady.
Oh, wait, she dumped me, by the way.
Oh, good.
She gave me the hot boot. I went right back to my chick.
You start crying, she hangs up on you. Fuck. Goes around, comes around.
I broke up with a chick over the phone one time. She's like, you can't even do it in person. I go, you know I don't like confrontation.
Yeah, this is the reason. This is why the phone was invented, dummy. Yeah, there's anytime you drop a girl off at home and you'd have to come back in, if it was a quick date, you were supposed to be at a movie or something like that. Meanwhile, you didn't see the movie, read a synopsis, fucked, came home, and then got grilled about what the movie was about. And you just know you're reeking of this girl's pussy. Like on your hands, you're smelling sex all over you, just trying to stay away from the parents.
Yeah.
That is very awkward, man. You just, I can't shake his hand. He's gonna scratch his nose and be like, what is that?
You got it in your mustache.
You have the dog rat you out?
Fast times on Long Island.
The family dog just...
Yeah, get the
Sniffing
dog
your
there.
hands. Like,
Get the dog there. I told a story a while back about when I was cheating on my girlfriend, and this girl that I was with that night was pungent. Not bad, but it was very strong, kind of good vaginal fragrance. And it was all over me. And I had a car that was always on the fritz, so I just popped the gas line and poured gasoline all over my hands, oil all up and down my arms, and came in, and my girlfriend is in there, and I'm like, don't even, I gotta get in the shower, fucking car. Like, I came in pissed off. Like, it was an Academy Award-winning performance.
Yeah.
My car broke down. Look at me, covered in oil and gasoline. I must shower. And went right upstairs and showered.
What if you
scrubbing?
What if you walked in and she was covered in oil and everything else?
Yeah. Oh, the stove exploded
Don't
today.
touch me.
Don't touch me.
You see the back door slam and some big black guy leaving.
There's a Nike heel. I just catch it going out the back door, swinging.
One of those white fucking headbands that only black guys can wear.
Touche. 4 couples are here for cherry darts. I guess we should do that. We'll take a break, and I guess we're changing studios. Is this what I'm being led to believe?
Well, this studio is not nearly the space that we need to conduct some kind of contest like cherry darts.
So this is like pregame,
yeah,
and then for game time we hit the field.
That's right. And
all right.
So if you guys want, you guys can get to know some of the couples or whatever, and then when it's game time, we'll just take the walk down the hall and go to the cherry dart studio.
All right, so we'll do that. We'll take a quick break, and then
Dan's doing
we'll
a better job than Opie.
Ooh. Oh my God! Don't say that. Twitter will get wild. The message boards will start. Did you hear what Colin said? Oh, copy paste. Colin doesn't like Opie. You could tell. I heard an inflection in his voice.
Opie runs the board incorrectly.
Oh my God! Colin said, click, tickety, tick, post. Copy, post, Twitter, copy.
Yesterday, I typed in a photo. I was just, sending some stuff out. I accidentally put in A and O. I just fucked up.
Oh, Bobby Kelly! Why did you put Anthony's name first? Oh, you can tell his favoritism, post.
I fucked up. So I'm just an idiot. And I got dyslexia and a learning fucking problem, and I hit A-O, and, oh, dude, and I just seen all the things on Twitter, sending it to Opie, trying to, I'm like, are you fucking retarded? My fat finger's on an iPhone.
And the day after you sold out Jay Moore to fucking that website.
Yeah, I know, that too. Fucking Christ.
It's so funny. People always think you're serious when you're joking on here. Like, for example, I'm going to say this. I hope Norton bombs on Leno tonight.
Oh, shit.
Let me ask you something. Am I joking?
Yeah. No.
I hope you try. I hope you eat it hard. Get it on the fucking Leno.
Calm down.
I pray for it. I pray for it. I pray for it.
All right, so yeah, we'll meet some of the contestants. Wow, this is exciting. Gearing up for cherry dogs. You know how this works, right? Girls get on all fours. Somebody that they brought with them, a guy or girl, we don't care, preferably a girl, but they take a little maraschino cherry.
Preferably a girl.
They dip it in whipped cream, stand at, I guess, dartboard distance, and they have to lob the dart in and try to hit right in the asshole. That's the bullseye. And we measure, because it leaves a little spot of whipped cream.
Bobby explained the whole thing to me at the cellar last night.
It's beautiful. And
in front of, like, one of his normal friends.
Oh, really?
She's coming here, the writer, yeah, Adrian.
Normal friends.
Adrian, the writer.
Yeah.
Somebody who's not a debauched comedian like us.
Okay, yeah. It's not fucked up since childhood. I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, she's the one writing the book.
Yeah. She's coming in.
Oh, ooh. Nice. All right, so yeah, again, we'll talk to some of the contestants when we get back and have festivities. Thank you, of course. Bob Kelly's here, Jim Florentine, and the lovely, talented Colin Quinn.
I'm so goddamn hungry. Let's order some food.
Yeah, let's do that.
Fucking starving.
N-words gotta eat.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
I'm going to take it up a notch.
We're fucking animals. Go ahead, try to please us.
I dare you.
We're animals. No!
Nice guy. Fuck you.
You know how much shit we've shoved up girls
Play with your kids. Fuck you.
I'm an expert on child death. Fuck them.
Opie and Anthony.
Look at this. Faisal
Yes, Colin?
Shazad drove from Connecticut to the donut shop near the Ronkonkoma Long Island Railroad Station to pick up his blood money.
Yes.
You must be familiar with this station.
Of course I am. Back with the Opie and Anthony show. Colin Quinn.
Colin Quinn is going to be... he's got a plug for Colin Quinn.
Colin Quinn. Why don't you know something, Bobby?
Yeah.
You did the plugs so well yesterday.
Thank you.
That I would love for you to do the plugs every day.
I'd love to do my part
Or at least
to help
today.
out.
Thank you, sir. Colin Quinn is here.
Colin Quinn's in studio, and he has a new radio show with Anthony Cumia of the Opie and... Oh, wait a second.
Wow, really?
Wait a second.
Dude, did you hear what Bob Kelly said about...
It's actually written. It's written on the piece of paper. It's actually a fact because it's written. Actually, he has a new show premiering May 14th, correct?
Nope.
Well, that's what it says.
Forget about that for now, yeah.
All right, well, he's got...
this
All right,
plug.
this plug is on. I think it was a joke that I took seriously.
No. It was just messed up.
All right,
Remember
Jim
when I said you
Florentine.
do the plugs really well?
You know what? I was sabotaged.
Oh, okay.
Sabotage.
victim of sabotage.
Jim Florentine's actually, who's here, is going to be at Uncle Vinny's in Point Pleasant. Wednesday, May 19th, June 9th, and 16th, 8:30 p.m. UncleVinny'sComedyClub.com.
In the ironically named Point Pleasant.
Point.
Yeah. And then Boston and Chicopee on Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, Mr. Professional, Jim, sorry.
And what about you?
You know Bill
Robert
Bloomer,
Kelly.
he needs those plugs.
He does.
I'm losing my shirt here.
But I hear his cock is huge.
I've only sold 17 tickets.
Jimmy knows.
He's got a big one, yeah.
Jimmy said he's got a giant cock. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
No, he knows how he sells
On
that.
condoms in his. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right.
I'm going to be at Uncle Vinny's, too. We're all working Uncle Vinny's. I'm going to be there this Saturday night, though. 2 shows, 8 and 10:30. 877 Uncle Vin.
Would you want
for
the Staten
tickets.
Island one?
I'm going to be at the Staten Island one. He's Mr. Florentine's going to be at the Point Pleasant one.
All right. Very good, gentlemen. Yeah, Colin was bringing up the whole terrorism angle and how they made a couple more arrests, it seems.
Yes.
Out on Long Island.
Ronkonkoma.
Center Reach. And Shirley.
Oh.
There were some Pakistanis living in a basement. Yeah. And they were meeting in a Dunkin' Donuts in Ronkonkoma.
Oh, you know those miserable Long Island Railroad Dunkin' Donuts, too?
Yeah. These are the places I used to have to go to breakfast before I went in someone's attic.
Right.
Like the Dunkin' Donuts in Ronkonkoma. Like, at noon, let's knock off and go to Bird's place. Go see some tits. Fuck it. Leave the tools. We'll pick them up tomorrow. A real responsible worker.
Can you imagine the depression of just being in a shitty strip club at noon?
Oh, I do. I know.
Oh, yeah, because
I was
the buffet would start coming out at like 11:30 a.m., 11:50, somewhere around there. So
I was so there. I go
Talking
in
to two
and
pagans at the door.
yeah, pagans don't touch the girls, and they're day strippers, so they're really
miserable. They
the
just
worst.
yeah.
But they actually try harder. They have like themes. They come out like a caveman with the caveman bat and everything.
Well, that's when you work out the new stuff.
Yeah, work out the new stuff. What do they have a list on a bench like they're working? Let me see. What other move can I do? Yeah, I do a pole thing where I spin on my leg.
The Janine Garofalo of strippers. They got notes.
Notes. What do I do? I think I put a fucking matched my nipple and lit it.
I was at one, and there was a girl. Her little thing was to take Windex and paper towels and clean the smudge stains off the mirror of the other girl.
Oh, yeah.
A sanitary stripper? What the fuck?
In Canada, they come out with blankets. It's a big thing up there because they don't want to touch the floor or anything like that, so they're always laying on them.
The Rug Act.
Yeah.
I missed the Rug Act. That used to be a staple of Long Island clubs. They would put on, like, we got tonight, who needs tomorrow, let's make it last. And the girl would be, like, doing these artsy moves on the floor and fluttering her legs with her pussy pointing at you. Fucking Ronkonkoma. Come on.
And then you always got that one. You got that one creepy guy, the creepy friend that drops him off and then picks him up at the end. That wants to fuck her and he has no shot.
Can't fuck them. Just picks him up, drops him up.
Helps him in with the bags, and you're sitting at the bar like, that guy's never banging hard.
You like the nasty looks, the guys that slip her like more than a buck.
Yeah, he's sitting there with his beer steaming, and she's flirting with you.
Eventually he'll kill her, but he won't.
Yeah,
of course. Of course. God, the good old days. Oh, my goodness. I still occasionally end up down at that strip club in, like, Huntington, Carousel. You ever been to the Carousel on Jericho Turnpike? God damn, I end up there sometime. And it's usually after I've done something and I'm on my way home. And then I have had a few and I think, I should go to the Carousel. Just drop in and see what's happening.
Yeah.
And you go down there and it's just the same Long Island trash. And they imported some fucking Russian strippers to make the sexy dance for you. I make the dance for the $20. And I remember going in there with, like, you could go in there with 5 singles and, you know, another 5 for the beer and you're fine for a while. Now they want $20. It's like, wait, what do you think? This is a gentleman's club somewhere? We're in Huntington, Long Island, you dummy.
No, the worst is Anthony's a little drunk, and then he starts going on, you know, I used to come in here with 5. I had no money in those days. Now I'm doing great.
This is called 100, bitch.
Oh, you see what I'm about now? I used to have $5.
I used to have 5. I'd have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it at her.
And, you know, we used to rip the dollars in half and then roll them up and stick them in a G-string, get 2 stuffs for $1. Because they would just take them out and throw them on the stage. And yeah, I know. Is that great? But then you had to be at it within an hour, because then the girls would start talking in the back. Some fucking asshole give me a half $1.
Do you ever play closest to the pole? When it's just the ugly stripper, you just take your ones instead of just try to get them to the closest to the pole.
Throw it in. You don't want them coming over to you.
She's not even near you, just throwing them at the pole. And she thanks you. Thank you so much. It had nothing to do with you, ugly.
There were girls that would walk on the bar.
Sadism.
Yeah, there were girls that would walk on the bar, and you would literally cover your beer. I would take my hands and cover my beer when she's walking over the bar, because I don't want any things falling off into my beer.
Calcium deposits off her vagina.
Yeah, and she noticed. But,
how do you think Dunkin' Donuts, do you think they like this kind of advertising?
Advertising? Yeah, I think they do.
Is it just getting your name mentioned?
Use some munchkins made out of C4. You'll find out Dunkin' Donuts has a lot more to do with this than they're letting on right now.
What about the one last night outside of Urban Plaza? It was a big thing.
Oh, yeah, yep.
They saw a car out there that had 2 gas cans in the back, and it wound up, it was some guy was at a concert, and he was a landscaper. I'm like, who was that, Foghat playing there? The fucking guy in a car with 2 gas cans, and he was a landscaper. Really? I mean, come on.
Shit. Yeah, but it shut down the whole place, too. Again, they cordoned off the area.
The front page of the paper.
In the robot. The
front page of the paper says, "Fool for the city."
Look at that. Colin knows his spot.